What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So this is where we at. You clearly see the title of the broadcast, and apparently Trump is trying to upgrade the system here a little bit. This is wild, okay? This is wild. A gold card that's a $5 million buy-in. Let's go here now. Let's check this out. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Breaking news out of the White House. Our Eamon Javers has details. Eamon?
Hey there, John. Reporters are in the Oval Office with the president right now, and they're sending out some headlines about what the president is talking about. And that includes raising the idea, along with Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary, of a new visa category. There's already a green card. President Trump is now talking in the Oval Office about creating a Trump gold card that would be for high-level immigrants with $5 million or more and an intent to hire people in the United States who could buy their way into a visa in the United States, according to the headlines now coming out from reporters who are with the president in the Oval Office. The president is describing something that sounds a lot like the EB-5 visa system that exists right now. Under that system, which was created by Congress, if an immigrant has $800,000 and intends to start a business that would hire as many as 10 people, I believe, then they can get an expedited visa in order to come into the United States and start that business. What Trump is talking about, of course, is something bigger with a higher dollar figure. Next to that, he has said in the Oval Office that this could start within the next 2 weeks or so. And he is suggesting that Russian oligarchs might be able to take advantage of this program and buy access to the United States visa system under this new Trump gold card system. So we'll have to wait for some more details here. There's going to be a lot of questions about who this would apply to, how it would work, and if the White House even has the authority to create a new visa category, or if that authority truly rests with Congress. Nonetheless, the president floating a provocative idea in the Oval Office right now.
Breaking news.
Okay, so that's the deal right there. And you guys hear it. Apparently, you know, a $5 million buyout definitely will be good for the American system.
So what the French
buy-in.
Think about?
Sorry about that. I meant buy-in. And that will bring, of course, a lot of money to the government off top. And then, you know, to provide jobs and other things like that to the American citizens would be another boost to the economy and things like that. Now, you know, I know that can get possibly tricky. You know, we got other people from other countries, especially with that type of high figure dollar buying into our system, things like that. There will have to be a lot of policies and other things that I think that they will have to create to make sure that these individuals come over here and know they fucking place out here.
So what the French toast is there to
Let's just keep
about?
that honest. Let's just keep that honest. So, you know, yeah, I think it would be good, but at the same time, though, too, it would have to be a little bit more stuff that gets added on to that plan, I think. Let's go here now. Let's check this out.
We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be
hold on, my bad. I picked the wrong one. I'm sorry, you guys. Let's go here first. And then we're going to go back to that one. Let's go here first. Sorry about that.
We're going to be doing something else that's going to be very, very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. Never been done before, anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next, would you say 2 weeks, Howard? Do you want to say a couple of words about it?
The president said rather than having this sort of ridiculous EB-5 program, we're going to end the EB-5 program. We're going to replace it with the Trump Gold Card, which is really a green card gold. So they'll be able to pay $5 million to the U.S. government. They'll have to go through vetting, of course. We're going to make sure they're wonderful, world-class global citizens. They can come to America. The president can give them a green card, and they can invest in America, and we can use that money to reduce our deficit. Why do we give out lotteries of green cards? Why do we give out EB-5 for green cards? The president of the United States understands that the right answer is, why don't we eliminate the deficit of the United States of America instead?
Now, I definitely could dig that. That's cool and everything. Like I said, it would have to be certain things in place, like what type of classes would they be taking and stuff like that. From my knowledge of getting a green card, you take certain classes, you have to learn certain information, things like that about America. So, yeah, I could, it is what it is. But at the same time, though, too, I definitely do think that this is a good idea. To bring in outside people who actually have the funds and the means to invest that much money. I think those type of individuals will be truly invested in America and bringing, jobs and things like that, because they have so much money on the line within the system. And yeah, I think it will be good. I think it will be good. Now, like I said, though, it's going to be tangibles to this shit, like what the process they would have to go through to be here, other than just paying the money. All right, so we're about to go here now to News Nation. This is where I wanted to go at the first. This is where I went by mistake. So here we go, guys.
We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful and never been done before.
President in the Oval Office just a little while ago saying he's starting a program to offer residency and a new path to citizenship. Maybe, we'll see. If you pay $5 million, you could get a gold card to come to the United States. It comes as the Trump administration continues its other immigration measures that include mass deportations. The new Trump program is known as, you heard there, the gold card, and would launch in about 2 weeks. Full panel back with me now. The president, Brad, just sort of let this out of nowhere there, and the Oval said he was going to reveal it in a couple weeks. But he says it could raise maybe $5 trillion, pay off some debt.
Look, the guy's famous for loving gold. He famously has a gold toilet in Trump Tower. Look, I mean, this is a Disney fast pass for those wishing to come to this country. It's odd to use the immigration system as a fundraiser to pay down debt. I think
is it though? Because other countries have
golden
visas, like Austria, Canada, Germany. We can show the list.
No, I don't have any objections to that necessarily, as long as there are background checks in place, and we're making sure that like those who are wanting to do nefarious things in the U.S. don't get a fast pass for free because they've got money.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. That's what I was talking about the things that the people would need to go through to learn how to be here, the information that they need to know, the restrictions that they would have if they decide to get out of line, and can we actually, excommunicate them out this country if that's the case, and they decide to switch or change their mind about their stance with America or whatever. That's my thought process on that too. Now look, like I said, this is a great idea. I think the money can help to pay down the debt and things like that, and keep it, and pretty much maybe put America back on the map again, like how we should be in the first place. But this is very serious. I really think that, there need to be strategical things in place, like he just said, and also I said, about how can we, go about vetting these people properly. And then if they do go rogue for some whatever reason, we can excommunicate them out of the country.
But when we talk about adding and creating more wealth in the United States, we meant Americans, middle class growing and making more money, not importing it.
I mean, I agree. This is kind of just, you kind of have to laugh a little bit. I mean, if this is implemented, okay, but there's so many other issues to address, including, let's fix our immigration system. Let's work on lowering the cost of eggs and milk. We talked about this last time that I was on your panel. So
here we go with the eggs and milk. Listen, look, people. Look. Lord, the man ain't been in office 6 months yet. Of course, we not finna get that. How do y'all think that shit works? The pricing system, it just don't work overnight. Lowering prices, that shit just not work. You're not gonna wake up tomorrow and eggs is gonna be $2. That happens over a period of time. You got to get the prop. These people got to get gas, all types of other little things in order. Gas prices down for shipping and all. They got to get all that in order before the price of eggs go down. This is crazy.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Jesus Christ, people. Will y'all have some fucking patience out there? Man, damn, you got to have patience. All this, I'm just going to be real with you. All this price lowering shit ain't going to happen this year. Sorry, but it's not. It's just not. We're going to have to ride the rest of this year out with the late end of Biden's bullshit. Period. Jesus, man.
So I think this is an issue that they're proposing. I think there are a lot of other problems to address.
He's waiting to jump in because you're going to say, what about the national debt? Is that where you're going with this?
Well, no, actually. I was
Okay.
going to say that I am all for bringing job creators from overseas here if they want to do it. I hope it doesn't necessarily prioritize them over others. But I want to always listen to what Trump is trying to get done after he says something like this that makes headlines. He used the phrase, a route to citizenship. Now, that had never been on the table for anybody ever. Interesting to see where negotiations go now that the border is secure, how we change our immigration system. I think this is a starting point for a larger negotiation.
You had heard.
I can see that too, as far as changing the whole immigration system. And he's not just, I don't think he's just going to stop with the gold card situation. Of course, he's going to revamp the normal green card and stuff like that. He's going to revamp that situation so we can still bring in, not necessarily super rich immigrants and stuff like that, because private sector needs, people to do certain things too as well. But we need these people to come over here legally. And that's just the whole point.
This idea before, right?
The president had mentioned this in the first administration. He was found it appealing. I think it was part of the larger conversation about changing our immigration system to a merit-based immigration system. You may question the merit of somebody who has wealth, but I do think if there's significant job creators, the idea was to embrace that. But before we get too exercised here, again, this is not something you can wave a wand from the executive branch and make happen. It would need to be legislated. So there's a long road.
I would think if there was a commitment that you're going to deliver some jobs in the U.S. along with the $5 billion, I'd be more fine with it.
Right. And that's the case. Definitely a few great points, talking points in this video right here, the heel, things like that. And yeah, I want you guys to see this definitely from these three angles and tell me what you think down in the comments. But yeah, though, it's serious, man. I think this is a great idea. Like I said, there need to be certain things in place to where we can know, he can keep these people in a certain situation to where if they do go rogue, I just think about all case scenarios. If they do go rogue, that we can excommunicate them out this country and things like that. It's a lot. But like you said, it's a long way to go with this situation. This is not going to happen overnight either. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.